Good evening, everyone. I'm Isabelle Meehan. Josh Kanapke couldn't be here tonight because he is attending his senior prom. I've had type 1 diabetes since 2014, and I wear the Omnipod and Dexcom. I'm a junior at Ursuline Academy. I was the libero for the volleyball team for 2 years and played for one of the top national traveling clubs in the city since the 6th grade. I'm hoping to go to college next year for nursing. I have always taken my diabetes management very seriously. But on January 30th, I had a near-fatal car accident. I was at an ACT tutoring session after a long day at school. I remember about half of the session and nothing else until I woke up in the hospital 3 days later with a breathing tube in my mouth. From what we have been able to surmise, my blood sugar began to drop halfway through the session. My tutor, who knew I was a type 1, but not familiar with it, later told my mom that she thought I seemed lethargic because I was exhausted from school. The problem with this disease is that no one understands the seriousness of it because we look so healthy. We don't discuss the details about it because they are so hard for people to believe. I was incoherent by the time I got into my car, and what should have been a 15-minute drive turned into a 35-minute drive. I must have passed out at the wheel and went forward on the gas pedal, going over 100 miles an hour, and was ejected from my car. As you saw in the video, because of the Find My Friends app, my mom realized I was in a remote part of town. My parents fled to the scene, calling 911 with my location, and told them that I was a type 1 who may have had a low blood sugar. The first responders were already at the scene by the time my parents arrived. They had checked my blood sugar based on my mom's call, and I was 31. I was given glucagon twice. According to the first responders, if my mom hadn't alerted them that I was a type 1, they may have given me Narcan, assuming I had overdosed on drugs. Of course, my identification bracelet was in the cup holder of my car and not on my wrist. Sorry, Mom. Which wasn't close to where I was discovered. Although it wouldn't have helped in my case, my dad has printed removable car stickers to alert first responders that there is a type 1 on board. If you would like one of these, they are available at the checkout for donation to the JDRF. And if nothing else, they may help you get out of a ticket. I was air carried to Children's Hospital, and the first 48 hours were dire. Multiple surgeries performed, and not a lot of hope for recovery. Word went out to the community for prayer, and then healing began. The list of injuries that will affect the rest of my life are very serious. I have had a few recent setbacks, but I am thankful to be alive. I have learned from this experience that I need to trust my body and not just the number on the Dexcom. I also need to make sure that everyone I'm spending time with recognizes the signs of low blood sugar, because this disease takes a village. The technology that could have prevented my accident is already here. There is just not enough money to get it on the market. Dexcom could have told my Omnipod to quit delivering insulin if my blood sugar was dropping. My Dexcom app could easily go in my car with Apple Play and give me a warning or alert authorities if I don't respond to a dropping blood sugar. Nothing new needs to be invented to make these things happen. I would like to thank my family, friends, and the Ursuline community who have stayed by my side and been an unrelenting support. I would like to especially recognize my parents. Mom and Dad, if you could please stand up.
Oh my gosh.
giving me the strength to get through these past 14 weeks and the courage to be standing up in front of everyone today. The Type 1 community has been our saving grace, sending hundreds of letters from all over the world, supporting my family in thoughts and prayers. Total strangers reached out, making sure we never felt alone and assuring us that we never will be. Thank you for listening to my story tonight. In the hospital, my doctor overheard my parents telling me that I could have whatever I wanted when I got home. So I asked for another dog. The doctor looked at me and said, "Isabelle, I think you can ask for a little more than that." So tonight, I'm going to ask for a lot more. I know that one of the reasons I survived this crash is so that I could be on this stage, asking you to support the JDRF in their mission to cure this horrible disease. So please give generously. Thank you so much, and happy Mother's Day to all the Type 1 moms out there. You deserve this day more than anyone else.